Yeah, welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the Brown Boy Wonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. The Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
This is the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast.
Welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. We are back talking about Batman, the anime series. We are done with season 2. We are done with Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, the movie. But before we get into season 3 with the whole new animation, a whole new show, pretty much, Batman, Adventures of Batman and Robin. But let's rewind back, guys. We covered season 1 and season 2 of Batman the Anime Series, so I believe it's time to tier list the villains from those 2 seasons. Of course, before I do that, let me bring out my my guests here. My first guest, he is my friend, my best friend. It is Skyler. Skyler, how are you doing today?
I'm your best friend. I love you too, Abrar. I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic. And
yeah, I was gonna do some sort of joke, but you diffused me with best friend. You know what? You made me smile.
He was
thank you, man.
He was definitely looking at the list of names that we were going to tier list and got stun locked by how many there were, and then couldn't pick one.
That's fine.
He doesn't know who your favorite Batman villain is after this whole time. He can't figure it out.
You don't know?
I don't know. You might change up on me. I don't know.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, right. My second guess, of course, he is.
Now, if you say this guy is Mr. Freeze or something, then I'm gonna be a little upset because that absolutely confirms Daniel's theory.
my second guess.
I don't think it's a theory. That laugh is telling.
My second guess, he was on the yearbook committee back in high school. It is Daniel. Daniel, how are you doing today?
Boo! Now he's
actual things we did.
He's covering for himself now. He doesn't want to get called out.
Well, how are you doing today, man?
And he's sweaty. I'm good.
Okay, that's great. Of course, my last guess. You should know him through his cosplaying days. It is Anthony. Anthony, how are you doing today?
Whoa, a whole lot of callbacks. I guess that's not really a callback, just a definitive statement. But yeah. I'm doing well. I've done some Batman adjacent things in my cosplaying days. I've done Gordon. I've done Nightwing, of course. So yeah, very appropriate for this Batman themed episode we're doing.
Yeah, guys. We are, of course, tier listing the villains for this episode, but let's do the heroes real quick, right? Let's start off with our main guy, Batman. How would you tier list Batman?
Probably like a B.
Oh,
B for Batman, B for Bruce.
Come on, guys. You guys are knocking off my legs. It is an S tier. It is an S superhero. Come on, guys. What the hell? He's an S. He's superior. What about Robin?
Right, I guess.
What about Robin, guys? What do you guys think?
What about Robin?
Was he supposed to be the same tier as Batman? That's kind of crazy.
He's not even in most of the episodes.
Oh, that's true.
B.
So an A?
for Robin.
S tier, Robin.
S
Dick
tier.
Grayson.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's speed it along. We got too much to go through. Abrar
Yes.
wants us to put all the heroes in the S tier. So Batman's
Yes.
an S, Robin's an S, Batgirl's an S, Gordon's an S, Bullock is an A
Triple
minus.
S. Triple S.
Oh,
Triple
okay.
S Bullock.
Triple S.
Bullock goes
Ma-
at the very tippy top.
Matoya is also an S. Alfred is an
Ryan.
S.
Okay.
And then that's
Alfred's
it.
an
Alfred's an
Um,
A.
Yeah, because that one episode where he goes to the youth spa, the Poison Ivy
Oh.
episode, he gets bumped down to an A,
Alfred's
and he flies
girlfriend.
that plane. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But all right, we're done with the heroes there.
Zatanna. Zatanna was in this show.
Satana's a hero.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
S tier for her.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
Z.
Wasn't Jonah
Zatanna.
Hex in the show?
Jonah Hex.
Oh yes.
Oh, true.
S. I think that's it then. Yeah, that should be it. All right, let's get into our villains here, guys. We're starting off with Catwoman. How are we gonna tier list her?
That is a good question. All right. Well, we have to decide our criteria right off the bat. Like, are we going off of like design plus
Everything.
how good her episodes were plus performance?
I do think we should take into account the way the character was used, because we
Yeah.
often talked on this show about how much we liked Catwoman and we liked the character, despite the fact that she didn't have the strongest outings of individual episodes. So
Yes.
Right.
we
Yeah.
will have to take that into factor, including the design and the voice and all that. So I feel like we all liked Catwoman, but it's not like the best version of Catwoman, and her stories weren't great. So
Okay.
that will bring her down just a bit. I don't know to what just yet, but I will say these factors will play a factor into how we rank all these characters.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling a B.
I think
Her-
that seems appropriate because I think C is too low. Catwoman episodes were never my favorite, but
Correct.
I like, as Anthony just said, we really like her herself.
Right.
So I think her averaging out to somewhere in B kind of fits.
B,
I'd
right in the
agree.
middle. Yeah, she doesn't have great episodes, but the character herself, as you guys said, I do agree, it's one of a kind. All right, I guess we were dealing with B there. Daniel, do any objections?
Nope.
All right, B it is for Catwoman. The next villain, it is Man Bat.
He only had 2 episodes total, right?
I think so.
Yes, but he wasn't the bat in the second one.
No.
Right. That is correct.
He
So
also
just one
appears in a
episode.
different episode as well. So Kirk Langstrom shows up, but not as
Yeah.
Man Bat.
hmm
We're just talking about Man Bat.
Um.
Leather Wings was a great episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's what kicked us off here.
Yeah.
Probably around a B. I don't think it's like
Under
an
Catwoman,
A.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
probably.
Like a B minus.
Sure.
What's the lowest, a D, or do we go below D?
I'd say F. There's going to be some
F.
F's on here. There has to be.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Then
Um,
I'd probably put him in like whatever the middle of the road one is, because I think he's like good, but he's not great. You know?
I think C is like fine, and B is good.
B has to have some positive to it. C is a bit
Yeah.
more inoffensive to me, where it's like they're good and bad.
Kinda
I
take
do
it or
have
leave it.
positivity towards Man Bat, so that's where I'm leaning more towards a lower B.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like Man
I'm with
Bat.
that.
If Man Bat went in C, it wouldn't ruin my day because he just didn't do a whole hell of a lot here.
I think if we have more episodes of Man Bat as the character, then it could be an S. But it's just one episode.
Possibly, but again, also like, what else do you really do with him? We did the thing.
That's-
He turned into the
that-
Bat.
That's
Yeah,
my logic. Is he didn't have a chance to be ruined either.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
that's true. So
We're gonna say low B, I think.
Low
Hmm.
B.
yeah, that sounds fair. Low. Ooh, I put capitalized B. Oh, excuse me. Oh, now it's bolded. That's fine. All right, low B. The next one, it is Mr. Freeze.
Come on.
Well, that's got to
Come
be
on.
an S.
Look, his episodes, amazing. The
He
character
got-
himself, yeah.
He got 2 great episodes. He got a good movie. He has a fantastic design, fantastic performance portrayal. He's the easiest S on the whole list, I think.
Honestly, yeah. I was thinking that too. No objections there.
Nope.
No,
That's
sound
what
like
it is. All right, Mr. Freeze is an S. The next one, you might be getting some. It might be a little muddy. It is Clayface.
Ooh.
Might be a little muddy. You could have been saying like he might be getting some like Oscars or something for his performance, but instead you just went he might be dirty.
Abrar, I think it's safe to say we're out the mud on this one.
Oh yes, we are out the fun for this one. Of course, there will be a movie on Clayface coming up soon. So, but for this character, for this animated show, are we feeling an A?
Oh man. Okay.
I'm leaning towards A. I'll just say that. I think the Clayface two-parter is one of the best stories in the entire show.
Feet of
And
Clay,
there's
yeah.
a reason that it's so influential, even to this new movie coming out. Like,
Yeah.
he can't be low. I'll just say that I will not allow that. I understand maybe not everyone will agree with A, but I'm leaning towards A right now.
Here's the thing, Anthony.
Okay.
I was also thinking S.
S, going straight to S. Okay.
I think Clayface. I mean, if he lands an A, I will not complain. He's lower than Mr. Freeze, but he's one of my favorite villains in this whole show.
I mean, I'm not gonna be mad either because he's also one of my favorites.
Let's see what Daniel has to say. Daniel, what are you thinking about it?
I would definitely not put him in S. I think A is fine, but he's not an S rank guy.
He's not on the level of Mr. Freeze, which
He's
is
not
fine.
Mr. Freeze.
You didn't like the Feet of Clay episodes?
I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as Mr. Freeze, or apparently as these two liked it. Like it was good. It was a good episode, but he's not like, I don't know. He's not like one of the greats. You know what I mean? He's not walking out of here like, wow, remember that amazing time Clayface existed?
That's crazy because that is how I feel.
Yeah.
I guess we were experiencing the mudslides in that one episode.
Oh yes.
Oh.
So it sounds like we're gonna put him in A then.
A plus.
Well,
It's your show.
Yeah, sure.
Oh damn. One-
So as of right now, Man Bat's at a low B and Clayface is an A plus. So consistency right on time.
You have to remember all that as well.
I'm sorry, Daniel. Those episodes of Clayface were great. I have to give it an S.
I think two. That's crazy. I think two of them were good. I think when he shows back up, not so much.
Damn. Shit. I'll give
Put
him
an
a.
A.
Oh, yeah. A
Put him
plus.
in A. Put him in A. I think
A
A
plus.
averages out what we're all thinking.
All right. Clayface, mudslides, Feet of Clay, A plus. The next villain we have here, we all hate him here. It is Rupert Thorne.
Man, okay, good villain. He has go away heat with me. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Who you choosing? Rupert Thorne or Roland Daggett? Who's your more hated corporate gangster type?
I barely even remember Daggett.
I prefer Thorne over Daggett, I think. Daggett's even worse.
Daggett's evil.
Yeah. Thorne was doing just like, your typical criminal stuff. I think he got the best like seedy normal gangster representation here, whereas whenever Daggett showed up, he's like doing insane animal eugenics or whatever.
Yeah.
I say last time I compared him to Norman Osborn because he has that sort of like he looks like him, and he's also kind of crazy. So I think Rupert Thorne is a pretty good iconic gangster character, but he's not going to rank very highly. He himself does not have a standout like episode, but he plays a good role in the overall show.
Is he the best of the non-super villains in this show?
Depends on how far you stretch non-super.
Not costumed, I guess.
They don't have a gimmick, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like he's in more frequent episodes, but I think the what was it the one where the POV, not POV episode. Was it the episode where the man who killed Batman? He was part of that episode heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good in that.
He was great in that. I would give him. Damn, I'll give him a C.
I won't fight that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about right.
Also, he's been in many episodes, but most of them are not great.
I mean, I wouldn't go higher than a low B, but I wouldn't argue against. Like, I think, again, whenever it's a Thorn episode, it's like, I think he's good, but he's just not my favorite. So I think C kind of hits appropriate.
C works. Let's stick with C.
We see there. All right, Rupert Thorne is a C. Our next villain, guys. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know about this one. It is Poison Ivy.
What's that mean? I don't know.
I don't know about this lady.
I don't know.
You know, and this is, of course, I feel like the list should be available to adjust if need be. Personally, I feel like I rank Poison Ivy over Catwoman at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't have great episodes all the time, but she does have good episodes. I like that episode with her fake family. I like
I think
that.
on average, she has better episodes than Catwoman does.
Yeah, and obviously her and Harley, good pairing there. Their episode together is super fun, awesome. She's a fun femme fatale. I like all that stuff. So like, yeah, I think that she's able to do a bit more and be a part of the rogues versus Catwoman, who's like always dealing with some cat statue or being turned into a cat or dealing with cats. And it's like Poison Ivy is in Almost Got Him. You know, she's in the trial. Like, she's able to be part of the team a lot more.
I really like Catwoman as an anti-hero, but she does kind of suffer from not being a villain to the point where she's like she can't play on the playground, you know? She's not invited to the parties.
Yeah.
Whereas Poison Ivy can. I agree Poison Ivy would be higher, like a high B, maybe? An upper B?
I was thinking a low A.
A low A.
She is better than Catwoman when it comes to the episodes, but
I do agree that I think above Catwoman is the baseline for her.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Daniel?
For me, I think she's about the same as Catwoman. Like, I think her episodes are good, but she's kind of in them. You know, like I can't think of anything in particularly great that she does, other than just is present.
I think her best outing was her team up with Harley.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay,
so
then I'll give.
I think that drags your low A to the higher B. I think.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
B and above Catwoman.
Yes.
B for above.
All right, Poison Ivy is a B plus. The next villain, probably the most iconic out of all of them, it is the Joker.
Now we get political.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Look,
obviously there are a few like voice actor performances that are more iconic than Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Yeah, sure, about to say.
Forever changed the game.
But we did establish we are looking at like quality of episodes and what they have to do. I think that might drag Joker out of S.
Ooh.
Do we think?
No.
Well, I know we talked about that recently where it's like Joker, because he was so popular with the writers, I'm sure, and the audience, they used him a lot. So like just purely by existing, he has more episodes that are probably not so good. But and you know, we have to think about the whole series as well. So we do have to consider Mask of the Phantasm.
That on its own is definitely an S for sure.
So yeah, so like it seems very like stereotypical and just
if we want to put him in S and move on, I'm not fighting that.
It's the Joker, man. The Joker, baby. Come on.
I understand that like a lot of his episodes are pretty lame. Like there's for some reason a trend where multiple of them are about him establishing a brand identity, and I think that's weird as hell.
Yeah, that's
true.
But I think even in those bad episodes, he's still good in it.
Sure. Point taken. So put him in S.
I'm thinking.
What is this guy gonna say?
I think we should put him in D for D's nuts. Wah, wah.
Whoa.
The Joker.
No, I was thinking S minus.
S minus.
Why-
Okay.
Because those-
Put him in as.
I don't know why he's making
All right,
that.
fine.
You're making it harder for you.
I know.
When we say high or low, it's just like put him above or below this character. Put him
Are
in
you
as.
just like writing these things down, or are you using a tier
Yes.
list?
No, he's not.
No.
using a tier
I'm
list.
writing it down. I'm writing it down.
Oh, okay. Well, then all this higher than lower shit doesn't mean anything, honestly.
Well,
No,
it means that he writes high A, low S minus. He's writing all that down.
I'm Poison Ivy. I put B and then the symbol plus.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Joker is an S. A lot of people might disagree. I don't know. If you disagree, comment below. The next villain, it is. I don't know if you guys are scared, but it's Scarecrow.
He ain't there yet.
I want to put him high because I like Scarecrow as a character, and I like some stuff in the show. Like I really love the episode where Batman gets put in Arkham and all that stuff, and like the visuals of that episode are really, really good. But his first appearance and the football episode,
His little lima bean head.
and all of that, like you said, he's not there yet. We'll reconvene after New Adventures, but for now, he is not. I don't even know. Like he's definitely not S. He's definitely not A. That's for sure. But
Man, I think putting him in B would be generous. I agree. He has that one very good episode, but he's not even really about him. I mean, he's there.
He is there.
He's puppeting the whole thing.
By the way, multiple designs within these two seasons.
Yeah.
tube head. Yeah.
I think the tube head origin and then the sports betting.
The sports betting really brings him down like a lot. In my
I think
opinion.
he goes into C. I love Scarecrow like on principle, but as far as like what we're doing here, I think he goes in C.
I have to agree with that. Yeah, C sounds good.
Even though Dreams in Darkness is one of my all-time favorite episodes, but
Yeah,
great episode. All right, Daniel, are you feeling B?
I agreed with the C.
The C. All right.
Yeah.
Scarecrow is a C. Ouch. The next villain, damn, he's evil. It is Roland Daggett.
yeah. I have to amend my previous statement. If there was someone that has go away heat, it's Daggett.
I truly don't even remember his face. Put him in Ev.
no, Daggett does a lot of important stuff. He's the reason Clayface exists.
Yeah.
He is the guy who wants to blow up Crime Alley.
Yeah.
We get the Leslie Tompkins episode.
Mm.
He's involved. He's like I said. He's the Norman Osborn of the show, and half his name is used for what's his name? Ben Mendelsohn's character in The Dark Knight Rises. They use Daggett as that list there. So like to me, he's similar enough to Thorn in terms of like, is he himself have the episode? Not necessarily, but like he's a consistent, that type of villain. He's also a different threat versus like your Scarecrows and Clayfaces. He's a different type of threat for Batman to handle.
Voiced by Ed Asner.
And he's Ed Asner. I love Ed Asner. Skyler, do you remember when we watched that documentary? I know that voice. It was like about voice acting and whatnot. And he goes, "I'm Ed Asner," and he pulls out a pocket knife. And we were like, "What was that?" Yeah, that was weird.
I don't remember anything else he ever said in that documentary. I think he just attacked the camera crew and was asked to leave.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I'm just the character himself. I'm giving an as a villain, of course. He's an S for me.
Because you hate him, because he's a villain.
I hate him.
I think he's really just a facilitator for other people to have better episodes, from what I'm hearing, because I truly don't remember him like at all. So I don't think he can go high.
Well,
no.
My thinking is we put Rupert Thorne in C.
We did.
So that's where he goes.
Can't be higher than that.
Yeah,
he goes in C.
All right, stick him next to Thorne.
All right, Daggett. with Rupert Thorne. He smells
Right under
bad.
Thorn.
Right
Ooh.
under. C minus. All right. The next. Okay, Roland Daggett is C minus. The next criminal we have here. It is Nitro from Appointment in Crime Alley. You'll remember him with his nerdy voice.
Someone's gonna need to remind me what this guy's deal is. I don't remember this at all.
He made the bombs that was going to blow up Crime Alley.
I remember that there were bombs that were gonna blow up Crime Alley. I don't remember this.
He was in the
He
beginning of the
played-
episode.
His voice actor was Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley. It was that guy. So he had that high pitched sort of nerd voice. It was that guy. So if that helps you remember it, he was like a short guy. He had a hat on with glasses, and
Big
he was gonna blow
glasses.
shit up.
Uh-huh.
No,
This has to be low, right?
all I'm remembering,
Yeah.
like you're describing him, and I'm remembering a guy from a different episode. I'm thinking of the guy from the.
You're thinking of
silver-
Squid.
Yeah,
Squid.
maybe.
The
I'm
Squid.
thinking about the guy from the whatever. What is that episode? The Phantom. What is that? What Adam West character
Are you
called?
thinking of? You think about
Think of
the
the-
Mad Bomber?
Yeah, he's
Sure.
on this list. He's like a knockoff Toy Man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just worse him.
Yeah, I don't know who this dude is. Put him in F for
I
me.
want
God
to
forget
put
his
him in
name.
F because I don't know why you included it.
He's a villain. He's part of Roland Daggett's crew.
I think you're my villain, and I would put you at B.
So he's part of the guy I already said I didn't like.
Yeah.
Put him in F.
Yeah, I was thinking of too. Anthony, you saying
There
A?
needs to be a subcategory because F needs to. That's funny. I didn't mean to talk over that because that was funny. There needs to be a subcategory because like to put an F means that this guy truly deserves hatred, and he doesn't. He's
Sure.
just like it was nothing. It's not worth mentioning.
So he's D.
D.
All right. Put him in D.
All right, Nitro from Appointment in Crime Alley is a D. The next guy, man, you gotta. The time is up. It is the Clock King.
I'm gonna just let Abrar and Daniel go at this for a second. I'm gonna watch in the corner. I'm not gonna get in the middle of this.
Oh my god.
Clock King's lame. What
Okay.
a loser.
Daniel, hold on.
Yeah. Uh
Clock King. The reason why he's a villain
huh.
is because of time.
Because he was late to work one time, and he was like,
That's why he deserves to be an A.
At 3:15.
The only way we can get out of this video before it hits 3 a.m. is if we just Abrar, you're gonna give your score, and Daniel's gonna give his score. Okay,
All right,
Abrar, Clock King, go. What is it?
A.
Daniel, go. What is it?
D. Dude's
All right.
lame as hell.
Okay,
I can't believe he got 2 episodes.
that averages to what, like a C plus?
C plus.
All right, now Anthony and I will discuss like gentlemen.
Oh wow.
I've never
Uh,
once heard you discuss anything as a gentleman.
I like the
Anthony,
Clock
I would
King.
accept.
Oh, thank you.
Clock King's cool. I mean,
Well,
not in the second one so much.
That's the thing we'll talk
That
about.
is a new
That.
suit.
He's the Abrar. Shut up. We have to discuss the gentleman.
Let me sit down here.
Oh, I forgot he's at a
Anyways.
standing desk. Oh my god.
Wow, that shot looks really funny. He looks so tiny compared to his
He's so
microphone.
small.
But
What do you
what I
interest-
was saying, we mentioned before that we have to take into account like their episode appearances and their quality. And while the first Clock King episode I think is a really sort of solid episode on its own, I
Yeah.
like the comedy of it, and I like how capable he is. The second episode he's in, not so much. It's not as entertaining. It's not that good. So
He becomes a
I would
speedster.
say he gets middled out because of that. I know he comes back in the DCU later on in the Justice League cartoon. That's not what we're talking about here. We're just talking about the episodes that we have. So he can't be super
I
high.
didn't know
He's
that.
not an A to me.
No.
He's not low because I do like that collecting episode quite a bit, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
somewhere in the middle. It's a C or a B.
I personally, just on my own, would put him in B. So taking that into account, where we're gonna land is we're somewhere on the border between C and B. And then it's just Abrar's show, so he gets to pick.
I'll give him a C plus.
Oh, look at him being political.
There you go.
Wow.
That
There
just
you go.
means that just means he's going to say something even more controversial later.
And it's not even going to be about Batman. He's going to say something about like women's rights.
Whoa.
Abrar.
I believe in them. What are you talking
I
about?
believe in them like Santa Claus.
Oh, come on. I believe in women's rights. But the Clock Stopper, the 2000 film.
Whoa, Clock Stoppers. Now that's an S.
Directed by
Wow.
Jonathan Frakes.
Yes.
That's the movie. Wow, let's stop this and watch that right now. Happily,
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Let's clock stop. All right,
Time
Clock
to
King.
stop. Remember that
Do we
movie?
have fun?
Yeah. Okay, Clock King is a C plus. Our next villain. Oh man, how many faces does he have? It is Two-Face.
He has two.
S. Come on, let's
he's really
speed this
good.
up. S tier.
For
Okay.
sure. Definitely
Yeah.
S tier.
I was going to put him in A, but I won't fight S. Let's keep
Come
rolling.
on. It's Two-Face.
Yeah, no, classic.
The two-parter is great. All the other episodes he's been. The twist at the end of the Second Chance, amazing.
Good
Mhm.
old Bruce.
Two-Face.
Always there for me.
Exactly. Two-Face, Harvey. No, that's an S. Now the next one. This is now we're getting very saucy here. The next villain, it is the Penguin.
Okay. Now, before everyone yells F,
Bad.
calm down. Brothers, please.
Uh-huh.
Penguin has some redeeming qualities. Not his
Mhm.
episodes. Those may not redeem him. They may
Uh-huh.
not.
Okay.
We may not forgive his sins. But I like his design. I like his performance. The guy that does the voice. I don't remember his name.
He's old.
Mhm.
I will not stand for him going in F. But
Aw.
after that, you guys can go at it.
I'd say F because I don't even like his design. You know, like it's so obviously influenced from Batman Returns, which was not the initial intent. That was
Right,
Warner
that's true.
Brothers being like, "Hey, you got to do this, so make it look like that." And so for that reason, he stands out amongst all the other classically gangster designed characters with his sort of monster flippers and his long
Does
growth
have flippers
hair.
for no reason.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's never addressed. His episodes suck. They're some of the
Mhm.
worst, like in terms of like high profile villain to episode quality, he has the worst ratio out of anybody. Because like we could always just blame that episodes on one off villains, right? Like, oh, the Sewer King or whatever. But
Mhm.
no, Penguin is a name brand villain with his own TV show and all that, and his
Mhm.
episodes, they suck. And he gets a redesign in the next show,
Right.
and that actually looks like a Penguin I want to talk to. So, you know what? You don't want to say F, I will say F, and you guys can average it out.
Okay, that's fine.
I would also say F because I feel like it's a disappointment thing.
Hmm.
It's like going to a restaurant that you really like and they just completely screw up your order because it's like he is such a classic character and they get him so completely wrong to an almost irredeemable quality.
I agree.
It's like it's frankly embarrassing. Like the fact that the fact that they did well enough with a character like Clock King that we had a legitimate conversation about he's kind of all right. But they couldn't make Penguin work is embarrassing.
That's a good point.
I will say I even though I'm trying and failing to defend him, his infatuation with birds in this, I do not understand it. Other than they thought
Yeah.
Penguin is a bird, so what is he like? It's like the same thing you said about Catwoman. Is she always has to find a cat statue or turn into a cat? Like he's got a condor, and he wants like the bird diamond. He's an idiot.
Condor.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
Okay,
You said
look.
the condor.
Look. I know
Okay.
previous episodes, I always said, every time Penguin shows up, I'm like, here we go again. But the more I think about it,
Mamma mia.
I pity him more.
Oh, like the episode where he gets out of jail and people are mean to him.
Exactly. Like it's not his fault that he has bad episodes and just a bad character. But
Need I remind you
yeah,
of at the end of that episode when he's flying around on like a little Red Baron biplane,
yes.
making his fist.
Ah, shit. Okay. I was gonna give him a D, but the more we talk about him, it's an F.
All right. I tried, but I won't try any harder. Sorry, Penguin.
The Penguin gets an F for failure.
Failure.
The next villain, it is Killer Croc.
Oh, Killer
I'll give him a
Croc.
B for Big Rock.
Big
Oh.
Rock.
Remember when he got introduced, Batman went to SeaWorld to learn about crocodiles.
He did.
It was like a Family Guy cutaway. The way it was done, it was so odd and silly. Killer Croc was in the show way more than you'd expect a character like Killer Croc to be.
Yeah.
Which he hadn't been in the comics that long when the show came out, like maybe a decade, I want to say. So yeah, it's kind of impressive. He was in the show. I don't have a whole lot of love for Killer Croc necessarily, but he filled his part, and he had a big dumb guy voice, and he has that iconic joke, which wasn't even said by him technically. So he has his place in history.
Yeah, not my favorite incarnation of Killer Croc. Although I guess whatever my favorite. Yeah, I was gonna say whatever my favorite incarnation is just he's a big crocodile man and he's tough and scary looking. Like there's not a whole heck of a lot of. I mean, there can be certainly character to it.
I know your favorite version of Killer Croc.
Oh yes, you do.
Yeah. Okay.
We always forget in the show that he's part of the Federation. He's a wrestler.
That's right. He is a wrestler, which bumps him up a little for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's somewhere in a C. Like this Killer Croc is somewhere in C. I think.
I was thinking B.
Right.
I remember the circus episode when he met the circus family.
Yeah, you'll remember when we talked about it. That wasn't my favorite.
I'm with Skyler. I'm saying C. C for Croc.
Okay.
C for Killer.
Oh.
Wait, what? No, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
See? All right. Killer Croc. Peacock is a C. The next villain. You might get confused him with someone else, but he is not that character. I always say that. It is Nostromos.
F.
This is an Abrar favorite. I remember him. He had wild eyebrows and some sort of.
Is this the guy from the planetarium thing?
Yeah.
Get this loser out of here.
F. This is why I didn't want Penguin to go an F. Next to this guy, come on.
Okay. Remember in the episode, he killed those people on the ship, on the cruise ship. That's kind of messed up. That's a villainish.
F.
Get
You're
him out of
making this
here.
last too long.
I'm tired of looking at him.
All right. I don't know why I was stretching it.
And you know what? You don't even need to say the next guy's name. Put him in F2.
Whoa!
Yeah,
every villain deserves to be named. Hold on.
Oh no, not this next one.
Nostromos gets an F. Our next villain. Oh, he's a big boy. It is Balls Big East from the episode of Forgotten.
Did we all hate this episode? I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I didn't hate the episode. Like, it was an interesting idea. They just didn't do it well. Like, I was okay with parts of it. It was just like, what if Batman did holes? And I was kind of fucking with that a little bit. But no, it was not a good episode. And this absolute porker, this Doug Dimmadome ass nerd.
He always had a turkey leg in his hand.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. Put him in F.
Well, think about it. This guy.
Why is
he's
Batman even here?
He's a slave owner. This guy
I know. He had no place in this show. F.
I know you guys don't like Amnesia episodes. I liked it, but as this villain, you guys saying F?
I'm truly surprised he's even on.
Why do you want
list.
this episode to take 6 hours? Why do you want it to take 6 hours?
All right, it's an F. Boss the biggest is an F. The next, I hate this guy. The
This
next
one I will
villain,
fight you.
I hate him. It is the Mad Hatter.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then I'll walk away. I'm putting him in A.
What?
A. Whoa,
Whoa.
that's pretty. That's
What's your
pretty damn
reason?
high.
To average out your ridiculously low score so that he lands in B.
Look,
Damn,
he's
now
in
thinking.
too many
Now he's
episodes.
strategizing.
He's in too many episodes, guys.
I like
Are
his
you saying
ap-
that as a positive or a negative?
It's a negative.
Okay.
I will partially agree with the Abrar here. He is a character where his initial first appearance episode is as Mad Hatter as you can get, where it's just a guy who's obsessing about this blonde girl and Alice in Wonderland. Like, okay, that's the character. I like when he's part of the ensemble, like we mentioned with Poison Ivy. He's just one of the group, in Arkham Asylum. He's a spot filler. I think that's appropriate.
Mhm.
I think that's it. Like I don't know. No, I don't get anything else out of the guy. So I do not dislike him as much as Abrar, but I can't say that I love him either.
I was thinking D.
I think he's
I'd
too low.
I'd be okay with D. I'm feeling more like a C. I don't like him. I think that his design's pretty rough. The especially in the neck and face region.
Yeah.
I guess the costume's fine, but his like actual physical body is gross and tube-like in a way that I'm not comfortable with. He's also a sex pest, which like I know is his thing.
Exactly.
But I feel like they don't go into like what makes the character interesting enough in his episodes. And so there is like an aspect of disappointment to it, but mostly like whenever he shows up, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I'm not super. That's why I'm thinking like a C, because I'm like, like I'm not for it, but I'm not really like super against it. You know what I mean?
I would agree. C was where I'd put him. I'd love to know what Ray thinks, but she's not alive right now, so
Well,
she doesn't get the vote.
That's stupid.
Wait, check her will real fast.
In all seriousness,
she said no tier lists. Oh, never mind. All right, moving on.
in all seriousness, I think he is in B, just above Catwoman for me.
Holy shit! Okay.
Wow.
I
love the Mad Hatter.
I do. I like the Mad Hatter. I do, and I love Roddy McDowell and his little performance in this.
He is good. Yeah.
I will say Skyler did on a recent episode of our podcast go on a brief tangent about how much he wants to see the Wonderland gang's Mr. Walrus eat oysters in a Batman thing. So I think that's the coloring part of this.
You just want to see that happen?
I don't think it was a tangent. I think I was just like yelling things, and you were like, "Oh, you want to see this?" And I went, "Yes."
You just want to see a fat guy eat oysters? That's what you want to see? I mean, all right, to each their own, but
No, everyone's got their like lower tier Batman villain that they like, and mine is Mad Hatter.
He's neat.
All
I just don't think he's neat here. You know what I mean?
I'm okay with the C then.
All right, you can put him in C,
sailors be like,
but just know in my list, which is the real canon list, he's going in S.
All right. Mad Hatter gets a C. Our next villain, he's supposed to be the Riddler in this episode, but it's not. It is Wormwood from the Cape and Cowl Conspiracy.
Right.
I don't even remember this one.
This was the guy that, what Abrar's alluding to is some of us said, why wasn't this just a Riddler episode?
Yeah.
He's the one that needs to get Batman's cape and cowl, and then he kind of almost kills Batman for a second.
A little bit.
Right.
Batman escapes it,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah.
He like tries to melt him or something. I don't really remember.
I think he like traps him in a bank vault. Am I misremembering that?
No, Clock King did that.
Oh, that was
Clock
Clock
King.
King. Okay, well, fuck this
I think
guy
this
then.
is the one where they like. Is this the one where he gets? There's like a bunch of melting wax, and he gets like flooded with melting wax.
You're thinking of House of Wax.
Oh, I love that movie. It's my
2005.
favorite movie.
No, it was to where he was trapped in that room, and Wormwood was like telling him what to do.
Right.
Poking him.
And then he had
So-
he had the mask under his mask, and Wormwood was like, "Oh."
The fact that you
Vendetta.
included every single one-off villain in this list means that there, like I said, there should be a category that just says, "Huh?" Because I
Yeah.
don't remember him.
Well, I'll just say, if everyone doesn't remember, I will give him overall. It's a D
All right, that's fine.
Sure.
because he
I
did take.
was waiting just now for Abrar to say B, and then I was going to say, fellas, we can't let him get away with that.
No. I mean, the reason why he's not an F because he did take out the cape and cowl from Batman, so that's something.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe that means Batman shouldn't be an S. He lost to this loser.
No, he won at the end.
Oh.
All right. Wormwood gets an D. The
Okay.
next villain. Oh man, he smells. I'm sure he smells. It is the Sewer King.
You can go ahead and put him in F.
You don't like him?
Well, I didn't dislike. Are you standing up for him?
He has 2 crocodiles. That's something.
Mr. Freeze had 2 polar bears.
Ooh,
Harley
the
has
show-
2 hyenas.
The
Why does it
show
always got to be
loves
2 animals?
giving animals
Two-Face?
to dudes.
This is Noah's Ark of a show over here. Yeah, I didn't hate this episode as much as everyone else I think that reviewed it did. I didn't, like it a lot. But there's really no point to this guy. We don't ever need to see him again.
F tier.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Get rid of him.
I was thinking the same. All right, Sewer King is an F. Before we get into our other list here, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back.
Ecliptor, who's he? He's trouble.
If you're looking for an amazing podcast that recaps Power Rangers in space, then there's only one stop for you, and that is Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Watch it today, or feel my wrath.
Oh hey, it's Lex Lang, voice of Ecliptor from Power Rangers in Space. And I just wanted to say congratulations to Anthony and Abrar for putting together an amazing podcast that really shows off Power Rangers in Space. So if you haven't seen it or heard it, be sure to tune in. Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. That's right. It's amazing.
I think so too.
We are back talking about Batman villains tier list here. Let me recap what we have so far. Catwoman is a B, Man-Bat is a B minus, Mr. Freeze is an S, Clayface is an A plus, Rupert Thorne is a C, Poison Ivy is a B plus, Joker is an S, Scarecrow is a C, Roland Daggett is a C minus, Nitro is a D, Claw King is a C plus, Two-Face is an S, the Penguin is an F, Killer Croc is a C, Nostromos is an F, Boss Biggies is an F, Mad Hatter is a C, Wormwood is a D, and Sewer King is an F. How are you guys liking this list here?
I always love when we do tier lists because you just don't read them in order. You don't organize it. You just read them in the order we've done them in. But
Yeah.
you don't do all the A's and then all the B's and
Oh,
all the C's. So, that's impossible to follow. I don't even know what you just said.
True.
just listen back. Just listen back. All right, let's get into our next villain, guys. She has her own movie, one of a kind. It is the Phantasm.
I mean, come on. This is my wife we're talking about here, Andrea
Oh.
Beaumont. Yeah, the Phantasm is a wonderful, iconic, amazing, terrific, talented, just absolute, just perfect person.
Mhm.
She was right. She should have been able to go through with her plans. Batman shouldn't have tried to stop her.
I
No.
think she messed up and let the Joker go for some reason. He's alive. So she goes in C. No, just kidding. So Anthony wants S.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
I love the design and I love the story.
Yeah.
I would be inclined to say A, but who am I to stop Anthony's dreams? So I'll allow
Maybe-
an S.
Maybe Daniel. Are you stopping Anthony's dreams?
No, I'm choosing to side with the Italian on this one.
Where's the Italian?
Wait, I was
Right
gonna
here. I raised my hand. Over here.
over here.
I forget
Alright.
who it is that we said this about earlier, but she's only in one thing, and that thing is damn near perfect. So,
Yeah.
she didn't have time
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
ruined. If she showed up in a bunch of episodes, maybe she would have been, but
There you go.
it didn't happen. So instead, she's great.
There you go.
I agree too. Yes. S tier. Phantasm. Woohoo! All right. The next villain, my personal favorite. It is Kyodai Ken.
This is your personal favorite?
One of my personal favorites.
The ninja guy.
You're
the
that
ninja guy from the Day of the Samurai and the Night of the Ninja.
You just like that he got the like 1-inch punch equivalent in this universe.
Ah, he's cool, man.
Well, you rank him then.
Damn, that's that's a big responsibility. Based on the
Is
two
it?
episodes,
It's the whole show.
that's true. Based on his 2 episodes, I always thought I think I always gave it a thumbs up for those 2 episodes, and I love the character of an old classmate of Bruce Wayne. He does his own thing. I'm giving him an A.
All right, but surely that's not where he's gonna stay.
That's fine. That's what I'm thinking. 'Cause he's an A.
I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of, because again, this, when it comes to all of the non-memorable, I know he's not a 1-off because he's a 2-off.
Oh yeah.
But like we've kind of thrown a lot of people in D. The aspect of him that I like is the old adversary. He knew him as when he was training, and they became enemies like from there.
Yeah.
So that kind of bumps him to a C, I think.
C.
But also, if anyone says lower, I'm not going to fight that.
I think C's about right. When he showed up the second time, I was like he's such a forgettable design that when he showed up the second time, I was like, is that the guy from The Thing? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That feels like a C reaction.
What? Oh, it's not a C when they fought by the volcano.
He feels like you remember that time at the Greatest Royal Rumble where the prince was like, I want Yokozuna to be there, and they couldn't
said,
get him.
We can't tell him Yokozuna's dead.
So they just got a different fat guy.
Different sumo wrestler.
That's what this feels like. They're like, look, it's the ninja guy. And you're like, yeah, all right.
Wow. Well, what about you, Anthony? Are you feeling this Kyoto Ken?
Nope. It's pretty much all indifferent on my end, so I'm giving it a C.
Yeah. So I want to remind everybody that Abrar was like, oh, what? You like the Mad Hatter? What? And he's standing up for Kyodai Ken, the ninja.
I like the ninja. All right. I see it is then. Not a B?
No.
Nope.
Damn. Kyoto Ken is a C.
Hey, real fast, can somebody in the fan base clip him saying, I like the ninja, and just send that to me? Thank you. Appreciate it.
I am working on it.
The next villain, it is... Oh, he has a big brain. It is Hugo Strange.
He only shows up once, and this version's a total goober.
Yeah.
He is kind of a goober. Wait, why is he so far down? Wasn't this episode earlier than this?
Who knows the rhyme or reason of how Abrar's arranging this?
No, this is just random. Sorry.
Okay, that's fair.
Well,
He got a concise list in alphabetical order, and he put it in a randomizer.
That's so good. Ego Strange is something where clearly the modern interpretation wasn't very popular yet, so they went to the old, the originals and pulled from the sort of source from way back in the day. The other thing I like about Hugo Strange is that part where, because he tries to auction off the identity of Batman, and then they switch the tapes, and all the villains are just there angry, and so he immediately is like, "Stop! Wait!" Like he's like really trying hard to explain himself.
Yes.
But other than that, yeah, not my favorite Hugo. Sorry. So the highest he could go is a B, and that's just me saying that's the highest he could go. He could go as low as anyone wants. I don't have strong feelings or attachments to this Hugo Strange.
I think he sits soundly at a C here.
Like a low D.
Sure.
Again, he did find the identity of Batman. That's something.
That's the thing that he does, though. Like, he doesn't get credit for, like, that's what he's supposed to do.
That's what he does.
That's like how, spoilers for later on the list, that's how Bane shows up and he fights Batman. Well, yeah, he was going to do that, wasn't he?
All right, yeah, I can see it.
In fact, does Bane get less points because he didn't even break his back? What an idiot.
We'll get to Bane, all right?
All right. Hugo Strange is a C unless Daniel says an S.
No, that's right.
Okay. Hugo Strange is in C. The next one, it is the Mad Bomber from the Grey Ghost episode.
Again, another mostly forgettable guy. I mean, he's a payoff to a mystery.
Yeah.
Like we follow the clues and we get to this guy who's a guy that we met earlier. And I think for me, the most memorable thing about him is how I'm like, oh, he's kind of like Toy Man because he's got a bunch of toys. I mean,
Yeah.
fantastic episode. He's not the highlight.
No?
Sure. He stands out to me because one, he's Bruce Timm, both in design and voice. And he's also like a commentary on like fanboys and like fandom and stuff like that. Honestly, way before the current sort of culture of it and everything. Like this is the 90s, so he's like this is a commentary on like the letters pages of comics and like forums and conventions, which is wouldn't have been mainstream. This isn't the knowledge that you have about the fandoms and stuff nowadays. So it's still relevant to this day, and how toxic and dangerous that stuff can be. Yeah, like I said, it's the show. It's the show's creator putting himself as the obsessive fanboy villain. I think that's very funny. I think that's a if you're gonna cast yourself as a character to be like, I'll be the bad guy who loves the show too much. I think that's funny. So yeah, I mean, as a Batman villain, not like the greatest by any means, but I think in terms of having this meta commentary, especially because that's the Adam West episode, so like it's all meta, it's all commentary. I think it's an appropriate use, an appropriate sort of character for that episode.
I mean, you don't want to get too meta like Matrix 4. But
Okay.
What are we doing? Where are we?
Mad Bomber.
What's that?
I'm thinking C.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess like higher C because it was, it's an entertaining payoff.
It is. All right, then C plus. It is if everyone agrees with that.
Sure.
I'm good with
Sure.
that.
Speaking of interesting, entertaining payoffs, I'm looking through the rest of this list, and I think you missed a couple.
Don't say that.
As long as you're doing like, nobody one-off villains, you forgot Bullock's landlord. He's not on here.
Yeah, that guy had very good reason to be a villain.
He's on this list. Oh, I guess I didn't put him on the chat there. I apologize. I guess we could do him right now.
Yeah, do him right now, and then also the next one that you also left off.
Hold on, landlord. All right. The next. Okay, so Mad Bomber is a C plus. Now what about Bullock's landlord? Whatever his name was.
He was justified in his anger. That's for sure.
It's true. He was. Listen, landlord's not exactly a fan, but Bullock, it made sense.
Yeah, you know what? What part of the reason he wanted to kill Bullock was because it was rent control. So that is typical landlord evil as well.
Right.
He did just make the list as a joke, so I don't even care where he goes.
Man,
put him in J
Bullock
for
is a
joke.
Ooh. No, Bullock is a true villain in that episode.
A tier because his motives were so pure and so understandable.
I think he can go right next to. Well, okay, you can put him in A. I won't stop you. But I think, in all seriousness, he can go right next to the Mad Bomber because it's a very similar thing where like we solve the mystery and here's the answer and it's entertaining. But it's just a one-off. Like he doesn't even go here.
Okay, then I'll just give him a B.
All right.
Is that where the Mad Bomber went?
No. Mad Bomber is
okay,
C plus.
so you just didn't listen.
Okay. I'll give him.
And then the other one you forgot was the doctor from Sub-Zero that we just watched and talked about.
That is correct. I just forgot about him. Yes, but his name was Belson.
Gregory Belson.
All right, so landlord was a B. What about our piercing blue eye, Belson, Gregory Belson?
He was like a evil, greedy man.
Yeah, and he had blue eyes, and then he died. He's the only one on this list that like legitimately died.
Yeah.
I mean, what Sewer King fell into the crocodiles, but they didn't eat him. Where did he go?
No.
What happened?
Belson?
Who cares?
No,
he died.
Okay. Is that a grade down or grade up?
I have no idea. Daniel, pick a letter.
Yeah. Gregory Belson.
I
He just took a
remember
hit from
him.
his vape.
C.
Yes, put him in C.
C. He's weird.
good.
He's a weird one because he's acting under duress, but then he's not. I don't
He
know.
loves gold.
He does love gold.
He does love gold. All right. Belson, Gregory Belson, the Doctor from Sub-Zero, is a C.
All right, now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Exactly. The next villain. There's a lot of cards on this in his sleeve. It is the Riddler.
Can I just say about the Riddler? Riddler does not have a lot of episodes in this show.
No.
He really doesn't. I had one episode where I got to see the Riddler, and it was arguably his worst one. It was that stupid video game one with the maid.
VR.
Like,
You weren't on his debut?
I was not on his debut. I didn't have Riddler's Reform. I didn't have any of his good stuff. I just had his shit episode. So listen,
I'll let you
just
grade
take this
him.
time.
Yeah.
The Riddler is great. Riddler is a really fun character. John Glover does a really good performance. You know, he's not in the show a lot, but he's another character where he technically has an ending in the show here. I think that that final episode's really, really good. So like I'm leaning towards a pretty higher score here. You know, like I think I'd be happy with a B, but I think A's pretty good for what he is. Like he's not like a stellar, iconic character, but he's a good Batman villain in the show.
I would say B is the floor. We won't go lower than that. I wouldn't say.
I was thinking A minus.
That grade.
I really liked his debut, and I liked the Reform episode. Again, yeah, the VR one is what trips us up here. Where he gets his brain fried. There's that shot we did talk about where he's in the back of the Arkham jury, and he's there
in trial. Yeah,
and then he disappears because he's brain dead and he's slumped over. Because, yeah, I mean, B seems right, but A would be nice. Daniel, what do you think?
I almost want to say A because I know where the character goes, and he doesn't get any better.
Oh,
So we give him this.
I want to give it almost as a pity reward because I don't know if you guys know about New Adventures Riddler, but
I don't remember.
Sad. Oh, we'll get to it.
Daniel?
I'd probably put him in B. I think a lot of his episodes are just not interesting. I think it's a good performance. I just don't think, for some reason, they make him this weird tech guy in 2 of his episodes, and I think both those episodes are pretty weak.
He does tech and he does puzzles and toys. Yeah.
It's, I don't know, man. He's fine, but I'm never excited to see him.
I think he might land in B.
Every time we talk about the Riddler episodes, they're the longest episodes because I have to discuss about the puzzles that he did. And that took a while.
You don't have to. That's homework you're giving yourself.
But I have to give the full experience to our audience here. All right. Yeah, I guess a B plus it is then.
All right.
B plus. The Riddler. He gets a
Poor
B
bastard.
plus. Our next guy. You gotta be howling. It is Anthony Romulus from the Moon of the Wolf episode.
So you did this in random order, and you didn't even bother to put the Wolfman and the Invisible Man together.
No, I did not.
All right.
Truly random.
Yeah, this is just. I think I said it when we talked about it. I mean, there are episodes that are just. What if Batman met the Wolfman? What if Batman fights a ninja? And what if Batman meets the Invisible Man?
Yeah.
And it's fun in a camp Abbott and Costello kind of way, but it's not memorable. He fought a werewolf. I don't know.
It was like a guy who did sports or something, and he wanted to get better at sports, so he took a drug.
Here's the thing. I don't even remember what happened in the episode other than there was a werewolf.
D tier. Just put him in D tier.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. The unibrow alone.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Oh.
All right. Anthony Romulus, the wolf guy, the werewolf, is a D. The next
Alien
villain, Romulus.
I
Thank you.
thought that too.
Check out the new Alien show. It's coming out in August. It's on Hulu. It's gonna be good.
It is June as of recording.
I know. There's so many shows to watch right now. I have to watch Ironheart. I have to watch The Bear. I have to watch Squid Games. It's a lot.
I didn't even realize Squid Game season 4 or 3 happened, and I've been watching Bear for the new. Let's go. That's not important. Let's go.
Okay. It came out yesterday.
I gotta go watch The Bear. Let's hurry this up.
Okay. The next villain, it is Carl Rossum's Hardak.
Huh.
I don't care for Hardak personally.
No, I didn't like the episode. Hey, did you also leave off the robot Batman?
Robot Batman.
He's part of the
is
Hardak. Yeah.
You just lump it all in. Okay.
Yep. All together.
Same
All
guy.
the robots.
Same AI robot.
I guess they'd bring it up a very slight bit. I don't think enough to change its letter grade.
I mean, the Batman robot was pretty good, but I like the episodes, but as the villain itself, it's just too computery wise for me. So I'm gonna give it like a C.
I won't argue.
I think it. Well, Daniel, step in. Does it go lower than C?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He would go in D, I think. This character, like, I am struggling to remember a single thing worth remembering about this guy.
There's a big computer in a room. And then later he makes a little robot Batman, and the robot Batman was like the only interesting part. But again,
when you say little robot Batman, you mean he's like
he was a Batman clone, but he was a robot, so he wasn't super. There is a little robot Batman.
You're confusing. You are thinking of a little robot man, but this Hardak I don't care about.
Kenny Baker.
Let me put it to you this way: if I was on that episode and have completely forgotten him, put him in D. If I wasn't on that episode, I don't care.
Put this in D.
All right.
Daniel.
Daniel. All right. Carl Rossum's Hardak episode with robots of Commissioner Gordon, the Lady, and Batman. 2 different episodes, but it's a D. The next villain, it gets crazy. It is Vertigo.
F.
Oh, we don't like him.
I don't think he did anything. I don't think he goes high. I'd be interested to hear why F though, because I don't even remember.
Because he's not supposed to be here. He's a Green Arrow villain.
Oh yes,
Batman. He doesn't even look like the Count Vertigo I'm used to. Therefore, bad.
He made Batman fall over. Hey, to be fair, Green Arrow spent years stealing Batman stuff, so let Batman have this.
You should just not have him to bother stealing Green Arrow. What's the steal? Like, what are you doing, man? You're so that's that meme of the John Goodman from Family Guy with the big plate. It's like, well, you're already full. Do you need to steal from Green Arrow, sir? What are you doing? No, Vertigo leaves no impression. He doesn't have any of his iconic colors like green. So no, this is a bad adaptation of the character.
And did he?
The hell with you?
Am I making this up? Did he get fucking murdered?
I think so.
He like got his brain broken. I'm pretty sure.
It was your problem.
He was part of the debut of Talia al Ghul's episode.
Upstage in his own episode.
Yep. That's why I was thinking the same thing as Anthony. I was going to give him enough.
All right. Well,
if it is. All right, Vertigo gets an F, but the next character, villain...
This is the easiest one so far.
The commentators listening to us might differ, but it is Harley Quinn.
She gets an S.
Obviously. Yeah.
This is the version of Harley that gets an S. Like,
yeah.
It's the best Harley was the first Harley.
Nothing else.
It's true. It's true. No bad episodes for her. For her specifically.
She's always
No
a
bad.
joy to see.
All right.
Hot as hell.
Yes. Harley Quinn gets an S. Okay. And Daniel, I know you're gonna give it an A. I'm
No,
joking.
it's fine. No, she is. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next villain, he killed Robin's parents. It is Anthony Zuko.
Voiced by Tom Wilson, Biff from Back to the Future. So that gets points right there.
I don't know. I mean, those were good episodes.
Remember he
Reckoning.
was in the hideout and he was like, I think Batman's in the ceiling. And they're like, you're crazy. And then he shot the ceiling and then Batman was in the ceiling and he broke his ankle. Remember that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He did made Robin who he is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, he's just a piece of the puzzle of Robin's backstory, which is good. But other than
He's like
that,
the piece. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yes, but I'm saying I don't. Does he go higher than fucking what's his name? Rupert Thorne?
Yeah.
Thorne
sure.
was
Why
a C, yeah. Maybe.
Why not? His name's Tony Zuko. What a good name.
Good name.
I think
He's
there's a little
voiced by
bias.
Biff.
I think there's a bias happening here.
A little bit.
Hey, come on now.
Should we call you Tony?
Nope.
Okay.
I will do that. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
I'm thinking for Anthony Zuko here, it's a B.
What's everyone thinking? It sounds like everyone's real tired.
Who
Let's
the
say
fuck?
C.
Yeah, let's say that.
It is.
That
The next
that'll help me go to sleep at night.
Anthony Zuko gets a C. The next villain, it is the mob boss, old guy, Arnold Stormwell.
Stromwell. So
James
in the notes
Cromwell?
here, you wrote Arnold Stromwell, the old guy.
Didn't
Yeah,
help me.
Is that the?
he's
No.
the. Remember,
The episode where there's like he had a past in the train. Was it that episode?
yes,
Okay. Right.
he was.
Got
Batman
it.
was jumping rooftops with them.
Yeah. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
All right.
I did like that episode.
I'm gonna sit this one out. I don't know. Just whatever Abrar says, knock it one letter down because that's.
All right, Anthony. What do you say?
I mean he was good, but like that was kind of it. So it's got to be like a C, probably average. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it's about right. Like, I think it's a good episode. They're doing like the 3 ghosts of Christmas, whatever, with him, kind of.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of Scrooge. He is not. You know, he's just kind of there.
The ending's really good. Yeah, where his
Yeah.
friend comes back and everything. That's about it though.
It's his brother,
It
Yeah.
is. I was thinking C as well.
and they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates. All right, well, Skyler, do we have to still abide by the rules and point to a D?
No. I trust you and Daniel.
Okay.
I agree. I agree too. Arnold Stormwell, the old guy, if you guys don't remember, it is a C.
The old guy didn't help.
Didn't help at all.
help for me when I was just typing. I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Oh, I remember. I'm sorry.
You put the title of other episodes from the Forgotten, from the
Yeah.
finale. You didn't put that one.
I got lazy. I'm sorry. All right. The next villain, you might not see him. He has bad acne. It is the Invisible Man.
John Cena.
He has good acne. No, he doesn't have any acne.
He's
Good acne.
He has the good acne. Well, it's healthy for you. I mean, put him next to the Wolfman. As far as I'm concerned.
Oh, you didn't like
Yeah.
him?
No, I mean, he was fine. He had an invisible car. That's crazy.
Pretty cool. All right. I was thinking the same because not much. He did just disrespect his family kind of, or he's trying to get it to his daughter. Who cares about it? It's a D.
You can only go to your daughter if you're made of sand, not if you're invisible.
That's a good movie. The Invisible Man is a D. Now the next one. I don't know if the ones who don't know how to pronounce his name, but it is Raish Al Ghul.
Stay the other way.
Mr. Raz Al Ghul.
Thank you.
Way more twang than the lady has in the movie. I appreciate it.
I'm thinking Ness.
S. Oh, I don't know about S, but it's hot. I do like Raish in this show. I think he's a good adaptation, and we get to see him in a lot of different points. So I'd say something high, but I don't know about S.
I wouldn't say S, but I think A seems appropriate. It's one of those things where whenever we got to Raish episodes, I was like, "Oh, it's a Raish episode," and then I was like, "No, wait, I liked that." And his son fought Jonah Hex. That's cool. Put him in A.
He did. Yeah. I guess A is fine. What about you, Daniel?
Yeah, I think it's probably also an A. I do like the character, and I think he's used pretty well, but I don't think this is like above and beyond, an amazing performance or anything. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Well, okay.
How come you didn't put his big strong henchman on the list?
Yeah, where's what's his name? Boo Boo?
Boo. I don't know what his name. I don't remember.
I forgot his name. But it's okay.
Oh, so he just doesn't make the cut.
He doesn't make the cut.
If I can find out his name before we're done, can we put him on the list?
Yeah, of course.
I thought you said Ubu. That's his name.
Is that his name?
Ubu. Hey, that's
Anthony was
familiar.
holding back. He knew the whole time.
I thought I was confused.
I fully can't believe that I guessed that shit right.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
Ubu.
didn't you say Boo Boo?
I can neither confirm nor deny. You'll have to run the tape back. I truly, at this point, have forgotten what I said.
I won't run the tape back.
Raish Al Ghul is an A. What about Ubu?
Oh, he goes an S.
He's like Sabu.
Remember when he said Raish goes first? Yeah, that was great. S.
S.
All right. Ubu gets an S.
No.
S for Subu.
Raish Al Ghul gets an S.
No, Raish gets an A. Put Boo Boo on fucking
S.
a B.
S?
Give him a B for Boo Boo.
B for Boo Boo. It is.
Not Boo Boo.
It is
All
now.
right. Ubu gets a D.
He has a Boo Boo.
The next villain. It is the daughter of Mr. Raz Al. It is Talia Al Ghul.
I like Talia less than I like Raish.
Oh.
But I still like Talia. But do I like her enough? That's a good question.
So a B?
Yes.
She did stood on her own business. But she does love Bruce Wayne.
All of Bruce's love interests go in B. Turns out.
Yeah, that's true. Catwoman is a B.
Catwoman, Talia, Ubu.
What? Ubu? Bruce Wayne loves Ubu?
I mean, who's to say? We haven't seen that story pay off yet.
You heard it here first, ladies and gents.
I need to see the Ubu and Bruce Wayne tales.
Yeah, let's
Ubu, more like ooh woo. Am I right?
Ooh. The chat logs.
Yes, please. All right. Talia al Ghul gets. I agree. The next villain, he's made out of something. It is Scarface.
Okay, are we not counting Scarface and the ventriloquist as two different people?
I was gonna ask. Wait a minute. He's thinking.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Oh, what did the ventriloquist do? He didn't do anything.
he's the real guy.
He's Scarface's right hand man.
He's the only real man.
Okay, fine. I'll
Different
put him in.
personalities. They're different people. They're
Two
very
episodes
different.
holding up a log like that girl from Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay. I'll do them as a duo: Scarface and the ventriloquist.
They're a tag team.
Most of Scarface episodes were okay. Some were good, but not some were bad.
I enjoy Scarface. I know Daniel does not enjoy Scarface.
I hate his ass. I Hey, so
Why?
I think he
Why do you
listens.
like him?
Would?
put his ass in D. Put his ass in D.
We're not putting him in D.
All right, put him in F. You're right.
I think
I'm putting his D in your ass.
You wish.
I wish.
I would put him. I personally, if this was just my list, I would put him in B probably.
If it was my list, I'd
I-
put him in a wood chipper.
Damn.
Okay, so C for Chipper. Okay.
I'm good with that.
C is fine.
That's called C for compromise.
Oh, I like that. I like that. All right. Scarface and the ventricle.
Don't. Just move on to the next one. Just move on to the next
It's a
one.
C.
There you go,
We're finding out why he wasn't on the list.
God only knows how he spelled it.
He tried typing it like 7 times, and he just was like, fuck it.
I just
Scarface.
typed V. The next villain is it looks like Anthony's favorite. It is Maximus Zeus.
Now I like Maxi Zeus, but
As you
nobody
should.
backed me up when it came to the Mad Hatter, so I will not back you up here.
Ooh.
I don't need your backup. Okay,
didn't
I had
know.
the power of Maxi Zeus on my side. He's great. Like he's not an S, and he's not an A, and he's maybe not a B, but he's great. He's a guy who thinks he's Zeus because he had a mental breakdown. Not even a magical item or an artifact or a mental sort of like physical abuse. No. Pure stress made him think he was a Greek god. And I mean, that's relatable, dude. I like that a lot. I can dig what he's digging. So
You said maybe not even a B. I would say a B though.
then he's
I
a
was thinking
B.
B.
Thank you, Skyler, for backing me up. B for backup.
B
B
back
for
up.
boost. Maxi boost.
Maxi boost.
Look, he's a fun character. He's not a villain wise, but he's fun.
Well, you clearly don't like him that much because on the list you provided us, you called him Maxis Zeus, which is the company that made The Sims. So
Oh, sorry, it's just Zeus.
You're
M.
playing The
Zeus.
Sims.
you watched me do it. You could have stopped me.
I couldn't.
B it is for Zeus here.
I'm good with that.
Our next villain. Oh my. Okay, sorry. Zeus is a B. The next villain, guys. Whoa, he has muscles. He has a mask.
Yeah.
He is very intelligent. It is Bane.
I said at the time that the episode is fairly impressive considering they didn't want to do it. This
Yeah.
was a very fast turnaround in terms of adaptations. The comic was still very new, and the studio was like, please do this. And they were like, I don't wanna. And they turned in a fairly good adaptation of Nightfall for it being a 22-minute episode version. So Bane isn't very noteworthy in the show, but the cards were laid against him, and he came out looking pretty good. So I think he ranks higher than some of the other villains just for that fact alone. Like he's pretty solid, I think.
He's a good design. He's a good performance. I don't remember who voices him. I like that he was macking on that lady.
True.
Got her killed.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care. He's Bane. Do we ever see Bane again in anything in this universe?
We
Yeah.
do. He's got a
Me
much
and
worse
what-
design when he comes back.
Okay.
I mean, that's fair. It's more unique. That's a nice way of putting it.
He's a gimp.
it's
He comes
not
back as a
just-
gimp. Spoilers.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
it gets
yeah,
really
I
sad.
mean, he's in Mystery of the Batwoman too, so he'll be back again in multiple facets.
But for season 1 and 2, or the only episode he's in, just based on that episode and the character himself, I'm giving an S.
Oh,
Holy shit.
That's crazy. I'm good with I was thinking a B. I think I would do like an A. I think S is a little bit of a stretch.
I was also thinking B, but I love Bane. If he ends up in A, I will not complain.
What about S?
I'd say
Well, that's
no.
too high.
Uh,
You why do you not look at the company that's already an S? Mr. Freeze, Harley Quinn, Joker.
Ubu.
Bane, this incarnation of Bane is not up on the Ubu level.
He's only in
I
one
feel like
episode. That's the thing. Like he's only in the
That's-
one, and
that's
it's
all he
a good
needs.
episode. But like I would say either a low of the lowest A or the highest B. I think that's where he sits.
okay, then low A.
I
Then.
like Bane too. You know,
Yeah.
I like Bane.
Let's
All
put him
right.
in A. Just we could
A.
look at him. Look at him go.
Remember, his eyes starts to become
Oh,
bulging.
when he screams,
Yeah,
the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
great animation. All right, Bane is an A. The next villain, oh man, she is a kid. It is Baby Doll.
Well, she's not a kid.
I didn't mean to.
Oh.
You guys did the Baby Doll episode. That was not an episode. So I honestly don't know your opinions on it. I really like the Baby Doll episode
Right.
just because it stands out as a fairly unique episode, and the ending is really good. I think the
Mhm.
ending is something that a lot of people sort of hold on to as this cool thing. So I really like her. It's one of those where it's like, what do you do with her ever again? She does
Yeah.
come back in New Adventures, and she probably could have not done that.
Oh.
But
I remember where she comes back. Well, at least once. I don't know if she comes back more than that.
Mhm.
I remember
Yeah,
her team up, and I
she
vaguely
does her team
remember that being good, but I don't remember entirely.
Okay, well, we'll find out. She is an
Um,
original character for the animated
yeah.
series. I think that's neat.
Yeah.
So
We did-
Yes.
I like
Um,
Baby Doll.
My take on it when we discussed it was basically what you just said. I like the character. I like the little story. I like the ending. But I do think, and it may not be a character thing. It may just be the episode. Is she behaves and acts and is animated so Animaniacs
Yeah.
that it's a little distracting.
Right. She looks out like Elmira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Daniel, do you hate Baby Doll?
I do,
you
but I'd put her
hate
in
Baby
C.
Doll?
He says put her in C.
I would put her in C. I think she's it is one of the, she's such like a one trick pony. I don't think you really could use her again in anything interesting. I think they had this idea and I think it worked out pretty decent. I like the ending. I think the rest of the episode is whatever.
Yeah.
And I find her generally annoying. So yeah, I would put her in C. Like I don't want to see her again.
Yeah, that's interesting because she, as of right now, as far as what we've seen, she is just a one-off villain. Like she does come back later,
Correct.
but we put a bunch of other like one-off original characters in lower tiers such as D or C. This one just like reached in more iconic status than any of those other ones did.
And she recently made her comic book debut in mainline continuity this very year. So
What?
good for her.
She's so late to
Nice.
the party. She's been around forever.
Weird, right? You just assume they would have done it in like the 2000s or something, but
They either would have done it by now or not at all.
yeah, very strange. But she's there. She's real. She
Yeah, well,
exists.
that's fun for her.
The episode's great.
That reads to me as somebody who watched the cartoon as a kid is now old enough to make a choice, and they made an interesting choice.
That could have been us.
No, we're not good enough.
That's true.
I am.
Maybe.
We could put her in C and I wouldn't be mad. We could put her in B and I would be okay. I don't know. What do we?
I was thinking B.
B for baby.
B for Baby Doll.
Yeah.
Low B.
Put
Low
her in
B.
B. Put her in B because she didn't mean to.
Yeah. Fantastic, Skyler.
Thank you.
That's a fantastic Mr. Skyler.
All right, Baby Doll, Marie Louise Doll is a B minus. Our next guy, look,
He backs the blue.
he backs the blue. He might be racist. Who knows his
He's
character?
definitely racist. We didn't see him being racist, but let me tell you right now, he's definitely racist.
He reminds me of Black Adam with his
He wouldn't-
chair.
He wouldn't have been your friend, Abrar.
Oh no. Now with his receding hairline. It is lock up.
D.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think I saw this episode.
You were.
he's Did he?
You were.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the last episode last week.
He's the.
I
He
wasn't
wasn't
on
on
last
it.
week.
He wasn't on it.
Sorry, 2 weeks.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at a
Daniel-
picture of
Daniel
him.
did
I
not
have
watch
not seen this.
episode.
Yeah, I have not seen this episode. I do
It was
not know
it was
this man.
Skyler, me, and Ray. That was the episode.
Right,
Is
right.
he-
I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. You're
an
part of
Arkham-
this episode.
He's an
I
Arkham
promise
prison
you, I was
guard.
not.
He's an Arkham prison guard who's like abusive to the inmates. He gets fired, and then he dresses up as a guy that storms the Capitol, and then he beats people up.
Ooh. Give him a J for January 6th.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
am
well-
looking at him, and he looks pretty. Like the design is very boring.
Yes.
that I think that's what lowers it to a D. I think overall he's fine. Like he reads C to me, but yeah, the costume leaves a lot to be desired.
The way you arrange this list, these last few were real drags to get through.
This is how we're ending it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I have a way to save it.
Okay.
Okay.
Lock up is a
Just
D.
farts really loud.
The last two is get crazy, but the next one here, it is not one, not two, but three. The terrible trio.
See,
F.
I wasn't on the episode where you talked about this, but I guess I'm the only motherfucker here watching all the episodes of the show.
I got.
I
other
am
things to
too.
do.
Well,
I've
you have
seen the
to.
show before.
I put him in D. They're bad.
But not
Yeah.
F. Bad.
No, I think that they at least have something interesting. They're not
What?
like used well. I think that there's some like
Rich
there's,
people are
there's an
dickheads.
interesting idea that is not like put together well, but where it's like, oh, they're like the heirs to these three different military families, and so it's like, oh, there's like an.
They would have
Army
been a
brat
Resident Evil
and
puzzle.
and a Navy. Yeah, they do feel a little Resident Evil, to be honest. But it's like, oh, there's an Air Force guy and a Marine, like a Navy guy and an Army guy. It's like, okay, that's kind of interesting. Like you had an idea there, and then they were like, what do we do with that? Put some fucking animal masks on him and have him kidnap a girl. Like they didn't put it together well, but I can see something interesting coming out of it. I think they're new characters to this. I like them less than Baby Doll, but they annoy me less than Baby Doll, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
No, the terrible trio are not from the animated series. They
Oh, are they-
Do you want to know when they debuted?
They
Do you want
existed
me-
before this?
1958 is when
Oh
they
my
debuted.
God.
So
And
That's
no,
what-
they're not.
That was what
Original
the
show.
racist Batman.
They
Well,
have
it wasn't.
historical
It was in the comics. It wasn't in the movies.
Movie. Right,
comic
right.
book Batman can be racist too.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be. I don't know if he was.
No. I don't
But
think so.
he has the potential.
I don't think
I don't.
I don't think I can muster up like the hate enough to put them in F. I think that
Yeah.
they're just like bad. They're just like there's some guys that are
Yeah.
here.
I agree they are lame, but like the episode was just Batman takes down some spoiled rich dickheads, and so I
Yeah.
don't hate it. So yeah, I say D is appropriate.
Okay, so we have a tiebreaker. Anthony and I says F. You guys said D.
Well, the
Where do we-
tiebreaker is it's you. It's your show. We've done this so many times.
F plus.
Yeah, put him in
Alright.
F. You think I care? If you
I
kill
don't.
these men?
I think you care. I think you care. All right, we're down to our last villain here.
Who could it be?
I love that you saved her for last. Don't worry, I've got a bonus.
Why
Alright,
did you
alright.
put her last?
She has a color and she has some
A claw.
meaty something. It is Red Claw.
Holy shit,
Why would
Crab!
you say that?
I don't know why we talked about any of this.
Listen.
You know what? Delete
gonna
the episode.
ignore-
I don't
we're
want it to
gonna
be known I was
ignore-
here.
We're gonna ignore the horrific innuendo, and we're gonna talk about something else about why Ray isn't here. Red Claw, is she a crab? I didn't even think
Oh.
about that this whole time.
No, she's definitely some kind of like cat or something.
Lobster?
Go, Anthony. Go smash in the other next room and ask Ray at a very
Yeah.
loud volume. Is Red Claw a crab?
Okay. I will
grab-
not do the loud part, but I will wake
grab
her
the
up since we're wrapping
defibrillator.
up.
Can you be animated as if you were going to be loud, but then you do a whisper scream?
She's probably asleep. I'll be back. All right.
All right.
I mean, Red Claw's going. Listen, Red Claw has D written all over her. Hey now, but something about her. I just want to put her in F. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking F too. Oh, where am I? I'm right
He
here.
disappeared.
Yeah,
Sat
I'm right
down. He got
Wait,
tired. Anthony missed that in real time. Abrar got tired of his standing desk and sat down.
Are you gonna edit this
Whoa.
out? Because you're not even in frame anymore.
No, I'm here.
Whoa! He came back.
No, you
That was
weren't.
Scary.
But yeah, Red Claw.
I have the answer.
Yes.
I came up to her and I touched her shoulder. I said, "Hey, we're wrapping up soon. Is Red Claw based on a crab?" And she said, "No."
Well, that's a shame. She is the expert, though, so we have to defer to her judgment.
F for me.
Sure. Get her out of here.
Let me recap what we just said here in the last half.
Don't you want my bonus?
Oh yes. Go. You want to say that for last?
No, because then I'm afraid you're gonna.
Last?
I'm afraid you're gonna read the whole list again if I do that.
Okay, go ahead. What is the bonus?
So as we established on their episode, they're not villains; they're victims.
Oh.
But they all get costumes. So let's put in the Condiment King, the Pack Rat, and Mighty Mom.
Bro. All right, I'm clocking out. You choose whatever you want with those guys.
They're fun, guys. Come on, they're fun.
You can
Mushrooms.
Mighty Mom's like a D. Pack Rat is like a D, and Condiment King is higher because he's iconic. Everyone knows him, and everyone misremembers what he does.
That makes me angry, though. Watching the episode, I don't like the Condiment King is iconic anymore. I'm pissed off of so I want him lower, goddamn.
No, he has to be higher because he shoots mustard, and it was working. And then he almost killed himself by falling off the building.
I would like to submit Skyler as a villain for making this list longer.
Whoa!
I just tried to not end on Red Claw. Is that a crime?
You didn't make it better.
Oh, someone will disagree.
Okay, the mouse gets a D, Mighty Mom gets a D, and Condiment King gets a D plus.
Sure. We're done. That's it.
All right, let me recap what I said in the last half. Phantasm was an S, Kedar Ken was a C, Hugo Strange was a C, Mad Bomber was a C plus, Landlord was a B, Belson was a C, the Riddler was a B plus, crazy. Anthony Romulus is a D, Carl Rossum's Hardak is a D, Vertigo is an F, Harley Quinn is an S, Anthony Zuko is a C, Arnold Stormwell is a C, and
you okay?
Invisible. My saliva was coming out. That's crazy. Invisible.
That's called spitting.
Yeah. Saliva D. Invisible Man. Invisible Man D. Ra's al Ghul an A. Ubu is a B. Tyler Ghul is a B. Scarface and the V is a C. Zeus is a B. Bane is an A. Baby Doll is a B minus. Lockup was a D. Terrible Trio was a F plus. Red Claw was an F. And then Condiment King, Mighty Mouse, and what the hell was that? Whatever the names were, D plus, and that was.
What are we doing here?
What?
Trying to distract in the chat.
What?
Oh, I'm not seeing the chat here.
You can't prove nothing.
That was our tier list of villains of Batman and the Animated Series from season 1 and 2. The next time we're gonna do this, we're gonna be talking about season 3 of Batman the Animated Series. We can't wait for that. But until then, Anthony, where can they find you?
You can find me outside of Gotham City. I'm leaving for good. Adios until I come back for season 3.
Oh, fantastic.
You can find me on all my socials, such as @Anthony Lantern. You can find me on my own podcast called The Grud. Figure it out.
Fantastic. And Skyler, what about you?
You just
Abrar, get out of the well. Get out of the well, Abrar.
You have to stand up. Stop sitting down. You know we can see you.
Everyone else is seeing me.
Your audio gets so much worse when you sit down too.
You can find me at Skyler8bit on Blue Sky and nowhere else except for what Daniel's about to tell you. Daniel, why don't you go ahead and tell him? Don't even wait for Abrar to ask where they can find you. Just say it.
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at DanielMCG, or you can find me and Skyler's podcast, Ready Set Replay, on Spotify and YouTube.
And I just listened to the Resident 2 episode. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me see if he left a comment. He did. This checks out.
And when Abrar says he listened to an episode, he means he listened to the first 5 minutes and left a comment.
No. I listened to the whole thing.
That's the one where he called us the new G4 TV. So the comment was not related to the episode at all. He may not have even listened to 5 minutes.
I listened to it. You guys talked about sexual predators in the game. I got it.
I do believe that you listened to the full thing, and you know why I believe that? Because you are my best friend, and I know.
Fantastic. Hey, man. Until then, guys, we'll see you in season 3 of Batman in the Animated Series.